All right, hang on, everybody. It's we are live. It's complicated to go from. Hang on, I'm hearing myself twice here. Let's close that. Yeah, so we're switching right over to live now. Hang on one second. We're trying to. Hang on, everybody. It's yeah, I couldn't. Hello, we're live now. I'm just got to reposition everybody. Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad we wanted to go live right into this, so I didn't have time to obviously arrange everything. So hang on here while I tidy up and put names where they want to be. Thank you all very much for tuning in for that. You all seem to really like it. It had a deep story going on there. There is no time, only choices. And let me just arrange Zoom here. Put Jim's name where it needs to be. Sherry's name where it needs to be. Wes, are we missing? Cool. I did indeed. And folks, how good was Zach Ward as badass Boss Lombardo? Amazing. Yeah, there's still 231 people with us right now. So no pressure, no pressure. Oh, hang on, folks. Sorry, sorry, not paying attention to the chat. 1 second, folks. Sorry about that.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry,
Are they able to hear us now?
Normally I'm prepared. I just unmuted everybody. Apologies.
That's okay. Well, let's start again. There's Zach Ward, who just finished playing Boss Lombardo in the radio program you just heard, which was wonderful. We liked you, yet you were nasty. You were a bad man.
Well, you guys gave me a really great speech about the dog speech. Was really fun.
That was all Ken. Yeah.
It was so sympathetic and broken that it went from being this sort of stereotypical, yeah, I'm a bad guy, to broken childhood, puppy was killed, life lesson.
By your mother? Thanks,
by my
Mom.
mother. It was deliciously dark, and I didn't get to see the performance afterwards. I just got to do it, and it felt really good, but the writing was all there. It really made it rich. So thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, and people are saying who wrote a lot of that stuff. We brainstormed together, but the writing all came together from one Kenneth Vigu, who did just a really great job with all of that. And Sherry Elliker stepping in, you did a fantastic, wonderful Magnolia. We greatly appreciate you, and you brought. I mean, there's going to have to be a sexy off between you and Linda Carter at some point. And I think Linda could be in trouble. You're our new Wonder Woman.
Well, thank you. I'm just glad you didn't make me sing. That was the terrifying part when I read it. I thought, oh no, this song is for you. And I'm thinking, please don't let me have to launch into anything that requires some kind of
that
singing.
Was actually Linda at the end doing the singing.
Yeah,
which she was probably busy singing at her daughter's wedding, which is what came up. Family happens, right, guys?
Yeah.
These things happen.
Yeah, and also Mythical Rules Me. I was experiencing your trauma as we were going through this. Remember that there is no time, only choices.
Yes.
So no one really died. Well, they did the first time, but not the second time.
Well, when things were, there were things that happened, and people everybody was so upset about Kent Connolly. But the fact of the matter is, everybody was sort of saved there at the end by defeating Sheogorath, who was also the trickster, who was also the mechanist. So, if you follow along with the home book, that's just standard par for the course. 3 Scooby-Doo masks removed from one character, and that was great. I mean, as the mechanist, you had John Bailey, the epic voice guy, who also is doing Transformers voices these days. I think he took over for Peter Cullen, didn't he?
I think
Really?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could hear a little bit of that in there. That was like, oh, that's nice. And there was also once the mask was pulled off, it was Emil Pagliarillo as the trickster, and Emil is the the writer, one of the main writers at Bethesda, and actually did all the original Silver Shroud radio programs, and was kind enough to sit in with Ken and I for brainstorming session at the beginning of this. And he was like, I love it. It's twisted, it's wonderful, and it's certainly not canon.
No, definitely not canon.
Jim Ferranda showed up as Claptrap. You had a nice little relationship thing going on there with GLaDOS.
People were losing it in chat when that started. They're like, what?
Oh
And the
boy.
throwaway line, my ex was a trash can.
Yeah. She sassed back at you, man. So
Mm.
Yeah, and folks, we are at an astounding $31,266 during that stream. Extreme, yeah, and also Citrus Butt. We all lost the plot, I swear. Stephen Russell's slight head turn and look right at the camera, commenting that reality has lost the plot, was such a subtle move. That was fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah,
Stephen
thank you.
Russell as Nick Valentine. I mean, how can
man.
you not love that? Just hearing that
Butter.
voice again is wonderful. That's one of the best characters in gaming. And what's very cool is because you had both Pete Hines and you had Emil Pagliarillo, who were very big over at Bethesda, were on this when we recorded it. Emil reached out to me later on, Zach, and told me what a fantastic actor you were, that he was really, really impressed with
High
you.
praise.
So, yeah.
Wow, I'm honored. Thank you very much. That's lovely to be included in a world of professionals of you guys' caliber, ladies and gentlemen, and that's an honor. I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
One line slipped away that we were, it was going to be in the script, and slipped away, and because things got so crazy there towards the end, it didn't put in. One of the guys who was supposed to come from an alternate reality was going to be Scott Farkas, and we forgot to do it.
I remember that we talked about it, and then I completely forgot to write it in until you reminded me. I was like, God damn it, no, that would have been perfect.
It would have been so great.
For the sequel. Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, and I've told you this in person, Zach, but in the sequel, that was the best part of the whole thing. They did a sequel to A Christmas Story that just recently came out. Scott Farkas was so grounded, so wonderful. That scene made that whole movie for me. So, if you guys get a chance to check that out, it was really cool.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
So we're still waiting on John and Ellen to arrive. Let's just touch base.
There's so many messages. Sorry, chat. It's difficult to keep up here. Keith's voice is so iconic.
We could get playing before they show up here, Ken. If
Yeah,
we
what
wanted to, and we could pick teams, but then that would mean we're going to have to, when they show up, we'll have to separate husband and wife and put them against each other on opposite teams. So they'll be kind of like tag in.
All right.
Well, that's kind of natural, isn't it?
I'm liking
Husband and
that.
wife against each other.
I'm liking
kinda
that.
Hopefully nothing comes up.
Well, Ken, I'll leave this to you if you want to get everybody introducing themselves. We've just been chatting and having a wonderful time here so far, but let's get formal. Let's start the game. Let's have you introduce everybody, and we'll bring in John and Ellen when they arrive.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. Joining us is I'm hosting once again Shadowfall 76 podcast. We are doing Whose Apocalypse Is It Anyway? And if you know the classic improv show, Whose Line Is It Anyway? It follows the same idea, except we're sort of in the Fallout universe, even though we're not really in the Fallout universe. So tonight's game is going to be teams going head to head, creating some hilarious improv from a variety of different scenarios. And we'll start off here right away with Zach Ward. How are you, Zach?
I'm good, sir. How are you doing?
Good, good. So where would folks have seen you?
Obviously Scott Farkas from A Christmas Story, Dave on the TV show Titus, Nikolai Knofov on Resident Evil Apocalypse, Red Dog in Almost Famous. Every slanty-eyed redhead on guest star on TV shows is usually me. So, and if you ever see a slanty-eyed redhead who seems somewhat likable and then gets killed, yeah, that's me.
Is that definitely you?
That's definitely me. I die whenever I get a new job. My wife's like, "So, how do you die?" Every day.
Man, you were like the Sean Bean of slanty-eyed redheads.
Yeah. I'm a red shirt, but it's in the skin. Yeah, and Transformers and stuff like that. So I've been doing this for about 44 years now. So, yay.
Yay. And it's all and after this today, after the radio program and this, it'll, sorry about that.
To the moon, baby. To the moon.
Yeah.
And so just next to you, Sherry Elliker. Hello, Sherry.
Hi, you guys. It's great to be here.
And Sherry, where would people have seen your work before or heard your work?
Well, let's see. In the video game world, I have to turn to Wes for these characters, but I was Star Paladin.
Star Paladin Cross, right?
Cross, in Fallout 3, along with a lot of other voices on Fallout 3. I did I think over 40 voices on that game.
Didn't you say at one point you played most of the prostitutes?
In real life and in the game, yes. That's why I got to get out of here at 7 tonight. I got to hit the street. I also had a recurring role on the show Veep. I played Andrea Tandy, who was a newscaster, and currently I host a radio show in Seattle on Cairo radio, and it's a current events talk show, that type of thing, every afternoon from 3 to 6.
Awesome. And seated next to you, some guy named Wes Johnson. We don't know too much about him.
Never
who he is, what he does.
He's not in his car, though.
Daedric, Prince of Madness. Pleasure to meet you. Now that's the main thing. All Daedric gods, Daedric princes are my thing. Working on a Star Trek movie right now, which is kind of cool. I'm getting a chance to wear lumpy Klingon foreheads, which is nice if you like sitting in a couple hours of makeup to put it on, and then a half an hour to take it off if you don't mind ripping out your eyebrows and your skin. It can go pretty quickly.
Yeah, and if you have not seen, Wes should put that photo back up on Twitter, because at this point he's probably so buried with Voicepalooza stuff. But seeing Wes in Klingon, perfect outfit with the makeup, and it's awesome.
I want to wear that when I'm driving down the street. It would really make the road rage a little more effective. Kablah! Okay, sorry.
Switching down here to the second row, Paul Goyette.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Okay. Just air conditioning on. So yeah, it's great.
And where would people have heard your work?
Oh, let's see. I was Heatwave in Transformers Rescue Bots Academy, Urgot in League of Legends, #shotguns for knees. Red Dead Redemption 2, I played Bertram.
Yeah, love that.
It's the whole thing is ridiculously wonderful. Most recently, we can finally announce this after 2.5 years of fingers crossed, and I don't know if it's never going to happen. The Babylon 5 animated film, I will be playing Commander Jeffrey Sinclair and Zafra.
Nice.
Ooh,
nice.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I didn't believe it when I booked it, and I didn't believe it when I was recording it. Then there was dead silence. So we're going to announce in 9 months, and 13 months later, the whole HBO Max thing started happening. I'm like, oh, it's just going to get canceled. It's just going to get before it even. And
you can never believe it until you're getting heartburn from craft services.
Yeah. And it's even more frightening with VO, because it's you just get that email. It's like, oh, yeah, no. But so ridiculous honor, and just it hasn't hit me yet. So when it comes out and I've seen it, then I'll believe it. But until then, I'm just waiting for the phone call when it's like, no, that's not.
It's real. Always the best, isn't it, when you feel that you were in something and then you see it, and because you're union, they still have to keep your name in the credits, but you find out you see your role, but it's like a friend of the producer that they stuck in at the last second and refilmed it, and that happened. That kind of happened to me with Don't Look Up, and I've had people telling me over and over again, "Hey, man, I understand you're in Don't Look Up. I saw you in the credits. Where can I find it? I said, you got to go back and look at it again because you'll miss me if you go back and look at it again. See how many times you can get them to look when you're not even there.
In an alternate timeline, the one where I'm in it, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to go back and jump in the super collider and then pick that particular universe. Yeah.
And Jim Ferranda.
Well, everybody who heard I call myself the Roger Moore Claptrap. I'm the third person to be Claptrap in the Borderlands series, and
Well, that's a classy Claptrap.
Yeah. I grew up on Roger Moore, so yeah, I personally think he's the best Bond. So,
Finally.
I'm muscular in My Hero Academia, and Luxion and Trapped in the Dating Sim. I've been doing anime since 2004, and I got into this because everybody seems to be connected through Transformers somehow. I used to write commercials for Hasbro Toys from 2001 to 2013, and so yeah, every Transformers toy commercial from the end of Armada to movie 2, which is why we were talking about Scorponok earlier, because I remember the prototype Scorponoks we had for the commercial did not work properly way back. So, but yeah, it's small world. Everybody's connected through robots somehow.
And Christopher Walker, have you played any robots?
I have not played any Transformers, but I've taken some jobs away from actual AI to play AI characters.
Doing the good Lord's work.
Yeah, absolutely. For graphic audio. In this world, I'm Initiate Clark in 4, and then all sorts of assorted things in 3 and 4. Maybe, hopefully, best known for peeing on Paul Rudd in the show, not just in person, but in the show Living with Yourself on Netflix.
I love that show.
Okay, yeah. That was really fantastic. Yeah.
Cool.
That's where I recognize you from.
I mean, you had to clarify that. You had to clarify that because when someone says I was the one who peed on Paul Rudd, I mean that's so many.
Everybody's
so many people have that credit.
Yeah.
He has a kink. We're not going to shame him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this show, Thespian, made out of Baltimore, and it's comedy, and we're
very
on
good.
YouTube
I love
and
Sasha
Tubi.
Yes, Sasha, Sasha's the best.
Sasha is fantastic.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's some stuff. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
All right, folks. Well, let's, while we are waiting on John Patrick Lowry and Ellen McLean to join us, let's get going here with a little bit of a softball to start with. And we'll do 3 teams.
Do you want
to
pick the teams? Yeah.
Yeah. So
pick the teams?
We'll keep it simple by columns. So we'll do Zach Ward, Paul Goyette, Sherry Elliker, and Jim. And am I pronouncing that, Paul? I always ask people about pronunciation. Is it Goyette or Goyette?
Paul. Oh, Goyette. Yeah,
Paul.
Goyette. Yeah. The funny thing is my sister pronounces it as Goyette, and I say Goyette. So I'm not in France. I'm fine with it. Whatever feels fancier. So if you want to say Goyette, that sounds like an artist. So please,
Goyette.
Whatever.
Goyette.
Yeah, exactly. Just make like an unhappy sound. Yeah, whatever works.
So that's team 1. Team 2 will have Sherry Elliker and Jim Ferranda, and team 3, Wes Johnson and Christopher Walker. All right. So first round here, we're going to do a product pitch. So somewhere in the room with you right now, you can pick any product that you want. But the trick here is you need to sell that product to your partner. And we'll give you a good minute and a half to really make your product pitch. So picture kind of over the top late night television in the 90s doing your best over the top product pitch. You can go full on Amazing Discoveries. You can go full on ShamWow if you want. So find a product in the room that you are going to try and sell your partner. And when you have your product, Zach and Paul, are you ready yet?
I think if I suck at this, I apologize, but you get what you pay for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll start with Zach and Paul. Who would like to go first?
I'll jump in.
You.
Good. Huh? All right. Paul Gua, my good friend Paul Gua.
Yes.
So, Paul, I have something for you I think you'd be interested in. My friend, the one, the only obsidian bladed sacrificial knife that has a handle made out of a wolf's jaw. And now, as you can see, this right here has multi-functions, many uses. It's obsidian, so it never goes dull. It's made from volcanic rock that turns into glass. It is perfect for cutting open the chest cavities and scooping out the still beating hearts of your sacrificial victims that you use to make sure that the sun continues its traveling path across the sky and we don't all burn up in a ball of flame. On the next part of it, you have these beautiful serrated teeth. This is originally from a Haitian werewolf. So you can use this to chop up the heart, serve it in any form of delicacy in your certain area that you live. It may be more of a vegan environment, gluten-free. But right here, this is the ultimate version of recycling, upcycling, as you were. And now also you have the leather bands that go around to hold them together, which in times of crisis, you can use to cut off the air passages to your victims, yet again, if you want to be a little bit more sympathetic to their process. And this can be yours for the low price of only $29.95 with 15 installed payments over a period of 9 years. So going once, going twice, sacrificial obsidian blade used by the Aztec priests and there to evoke Quetzalcoatl, the god of the underworld, coming back this Tuesday. Get yours now or burn in everlasting hellfire. Enjoy.
And the commercial ends and we're back to TNT Monstervism. There's a deep cut for you.
You had me a Quetzalcoatl.
What do you think, Paul?
Yeah.
Is it a shoe-in sale?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, normally a knife, you can kill somebody with only one part of it. There's 3 murder devices in one tiny package.
Mhm.
It's brilliant. It's like that thing at the beginning of Gremlins that Jonathan Winters is trying to sell. The only thing missing is toothpaste spraying wildly out of it. Yeah.
I'll get a toothpaste.
It's horrifying.
To clean the teeth. Yeah.
Oh, it is horrifying that you just have that within you didn't even stand up.
No, I did not.
Let's see. Pencil holder. Bludgeoning murder tool. Yeah.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Yeah. Don't over
break into your house. Yeah.
Zach needed a letter opener with a flourish and a flare.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
the
a
souls of his
demonic
enemies.
possession. That's always what you need.
All right, Paul, are you ready?
I am.
All right, Paul, let's see what you got here.
Well, hey there, Zach. You look like a man who's, well, to put it quite frankly, lonely. A very lonely sort of soul. And if that's true, then this is for you. This will actually record your voice and you can play it back to yourself. That's right. You can sit there sobbing and then play that back to yourself and you're not crying alone, Zach. You never have to cry alone without this horrible, very badly made reproduction of a nostalgic looking tape recorder from the Hunter S. Thompson era. And speaking of which, maybe you're not lonely, maybe you're just addicted to psychotropic drugs. Well, perhaps you could take that magic mushroom trip and record your magical insights and then play them back the next day and find out that you've just been gibbering and farting and shitting out loud. But only one way to know for sure. Also, it doesn't have any souls of your enemies trapped in it, but it is very heavy and could potentially work as a bludgeoning object. So if you would like to stop the loneliness, if you would like to record your nightmarish slide through a psychotropic night terror, or just hit someone over the head with it, this can be yours for absolutely nothing. It's basically junk. So
I don't have to
pay
be lonely
you.
anymore. That's great.
Well done. Well done. Bravo. What do you think, Zach? Is that a buy?
I would buy that, absolutely. That's the closest thing I'd have to a friend.
All right, we'll switch here to team 2. All right, so Sherry Elliker and Jim Ferranda, who would like to go first?
I'll go unless you'd like to, Sherry.
No, you go right ahead.
Well,
All right,
let me
Jim.
ask you then. Have you ever been sitting playing video games for a long time? You've been playing for a long time, several hours at a time, and you're thinking, I'm really hungry, but you spend so much time playing video games that you haven't gone to the store for food. And you open up your refrigerator and there's nothing inside. Well, there's stuff inside, but nothing that you'd want to eat. Well, this is the solution for you. It's acrylic grapes. They come in lovely colors, lovely flavors. Unfortunately, this is the prototype. It's only available in blueberry right now. You think, aren't they very hard? Aren't they inedible? But no, you can eat these. They're so juicy when you bite into them because that is your own blood running into your mouth from your cracked teeth. They also have this handy handle made out of wood, which is very handy. And the leaves are beautiful. They're made out of plastic. If you want to try to compost them, they'll never go away. Also, they're available in colors that can match your wardrobe or your hair, such as mine. Unfortunately, like I said, this is the only one that we have in stock right now. This is the prototype because this is not actually a commercial. It is a Kickstarter. But if you kickstart this, you will get the entire spectrum of acrylic grapes just like the way that you want them. Are you interested, Sherry? Are you interested in these acrylic grapes?
I haven't had dinner.
Don't answer me now because there's also acrylic cucumbers, there's also acrylic strawberries, and acrylic star fruit. Who really eats star fruit when you think about it? Because it's actually kind of painful to cut into. But we have those coming as well. What do you think, Sherry? Don't answer just yet.
I'd like an acrylic fruit salad right now. I love it.
Well, you know what? Put everything you have into kickstarting these acrylic foods, and then if I am crashing and burning because I was going so fast that I have no idea where else to go with this. So it's a bargain. Unless the Kickstarter fails, then you've lost all your money.
It's a sale.
It's a sale. Perfect. Jim Foronda currently picking that product up from the Beyond in Bed Bath & Beyond liquidation sale.
No, it's a very Brady Bunch thing. My parents
what
had
a random thing to have.
I know but it was a really big thing in the 70s, and my wife
that's
saw
where
these.
all old clackers went to die from the 70s.
Yeah. The clackers that like killed children,
put out eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had it coming.
Here, kids, have a bolo.
All right, Sherry, we just finished a Madame Cleo commercial, and you're up next with your.
All right, Jim. I'm going to make you the deal of the century, okay? I'm going to sell you a product. Well, actually, I'm going to give you a product if you can tell me what it is. It was sitting right here on my table. I have no idea what this thing is because what I use it for is to tease my 13-year-old dog, Stella. It's a little pointer thing. And you see, and I'm not going to, don't worry, not going to put it out the window and crash a plane, but I don't know what it does. I have no idea. It says 83 on the back. So I'm wondering, is it some kind of a temperature taker? Is it some sort of a thing that measures something on the wall? I have no idea whatsoever, Jim. And you can have it if you tell me what it is. I don't know.
It is my first laser ray gun and math tutor.
It's yours. I'm done. I don't know.
Great. I will have children just to give it to them.
It is why there is a man in the house. So he can have a toy like this sitting on a table next to a couch. Nobody knows what to do with it except maybe him and the dog, Stella. So yeah, it's all yours. There you go. Right there.
Dog would be looking at it warily.
Is it a thermometer? Because when you spun it around, is it a thermometer?
Or
It's 81. Yeah.
Does it show you how far like an object is?
Ooh.
Did anyone else go blind?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's free. Okay. I'm not charging you for the blindness.
Sherry is currently in her rocking chairs shooting that thing at passing cars phase.
Right. Exactly.
Slow down.
All right, Jim, it's all yours.
Nice. Thank you very much.
All right, Wes and Christopher Walker, what do you think? Who would like to go first?
What do you think, Chris? You want me to go? You want to go?
I'll start out.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Christopher Walker.
Wes, if there's one thing I know about you, it's you're an American. And if there's one thing I know about Americans, we love octopuses. But we all have the same complaint about octopuses, am I right? Can we all just say it together? Too many legs. Arms. Yes, arms and tentacles. They're just too many. You go in to shake its hand, you end up with a high five and 3 reach arounds. You don't know what's going on. How do we solve this? I've solved this problem, Wes. I've created the Thristopus. It's just got 3 legs. There's no threat. It's much simpler to deal with. You just can only deal with 1 leg at a time, and then you're dealing with only like 2 reach arounds or whatever. But so here's the important thing that you have to remember about the Thristopus.
We're down a team member.
Would you buy it?
Can you put it in a box and send it to friends or enemies?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a sale.
All right.
All right, I'm dead. Wes, hit us with what you got.
Chris, are you feeling a bit down? Have you felt a little bit sniffly? What you might need is a little Vicks Vapor Rub. That's right, just 1 little jar of Vicks Vapor Rub. You unscrew this and you can smell it. And it brings you some kind of opening and joy. I mean, it's not like there's any addictive qualities to it. It's lovely. It's lovely. I mean, if you have something with the sinuses, a little Vicks Vapor Rub right under the nose, you just smear it right on and you're good. You're good for most of the day. Or if you have a little bit of a chest cold, you just need a little Vicks Vapor Rub. And that's what you do. You open this puppy up, you get a little on here, and then you can liberally apply it to your chest. That's right. Rub that in till you feel the burn, baby. That's right. That's right. Vicks Vapor Rub to the rescue. Wait a minute. Erectile dysfunction? Vicks Vapor Rub. That's right. You take a big old homping globful of Vicks Vapor Rub.
Okay, time.
Boy, and once the burning is done, you're good to go.
Is it available in a 60-ounce tub for a sandwich spread?
Oh, it's delicious.
Fantastic. I'm sold.
Well, that was unhinged.
Oh.
All right, so that is a great warm-up. Some amazing products, folks.
And now everybody's like, oh, we see where the Giddy Up Buttercup ad came from. So
That was all Wes. Redirecting by making it about Travis was my idea.
yes, and that was great.
Yeah, I thought that played well. It is canon, by the way, that after he went through all of that she still turned down his advances, which is kind of a bummer. You find that out afterward.
Yeah.
Poor Travis.
We needed a little Vicks Vapor Rub.
All right, so we're gonna change things up a little bit, and we're gonna get some audience interaction here. So, folks, we're going to need a few prompts from you. So the scenario is, give me a location. Just drop some locations in chat, and I'll pick a good one.
Vicks is basically spicy Vaseline.
Oh
It
yeah.
occurred to me during that commercial.
Spicy.
I remember a dancer by that name.
Spicy Vaseline, yeah. That
Yeah.
is
At
that's
the
my
Library of
answer.
Beach.
That tracks.
Oh no, the Sierra Madre. A carnival. A carnival's a good one. All right, so we'll set this at the carnival. So now we've got the carnival. We're going to be doing a live news broadcast on location at a carnival, cutting back and forth in the studio, and a variety of different things are going to be happening now. We need a person with a funny quirk. So chat, drop me something really bizarre. They could have a peg leg. They could have a tick. They could be on fire. They could be
Their
an angry
peg leg
clown.
could be on fire.
Remember my friend Brian, the quirky guy who was on fire? Yeah.
Only talks in omniscient voice. All right, that's a great one. All right, Wes, let's have you only talking in an omniscient voice. So Wes is going to be interviewed by Chris, Sherry, and Jim. We're going to have you in studio as newscasters. So we'll open with a news segment, each of you trading off, doing one random story from the local town. And we need 2 different stories, folks. One for Sherry, one for Jim. Alice in Wonderland syndrome. We need an interesting news story, something funny. Drop it on us here. Talks in
I
the
mean, it's not really fair because Wes always does omniscient voice all the time. That's
I
like
didn't know this is what
asking
he
me
talked
to get
like.
It's like me
until
asking you to
today.
get a sunburn. basically.
A zombie takeover. Okay, zombie takeover for Sherry. That's a great one. Trampled by animals, Jim, is a good one.
All right.
All right, so that, and we'll have Zach Ward. Let's have Zach Ward covering sports. We need a sport. A sport. Give me a sport. A random, obscure sport. Something really unusual.
No? Okay.
Badminton.
Badminton.
Hurling, foosball, cricket, squirrel racing. There we go. Zach Ward at the National Squirrel Racing Competition. And Paul, we're going to put Paul on, let's put him on weather. And give me an interesting weather scenario, folks. Actually, no, let's give Paul a quirk. So Paul's going to be a weatherman with a quirk. He yells every fifth word. That is perfect. We actually had, we had a weather broadcaster here in New Hampshire called Weird Al Caprillion who did that very thing. All right, so Chris is going to be interviewing Wes, but Chris also, let's give Chris a quirk. Only speaks in rhymes. All right, so Chris is a reporter only speaking in rhymes, interviewing Wes Johnson, who only speaks in Anishin voice. We're going to open this up with Sherry Elliker and Jim Foronda. Sherry with a zombie invasion. Jim Foronda, what was Jim's? I completely forgot now.
Trampled by animals.
Trampled by animals, yep. Okay, and Zach is going to be at squirrel racing. Paul is going to be doing a weather broadcast with every fifth word he yells. Okay, so let's open up here. Channel 76 News. Let's kick it off with Sherry Elliker.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Channel 70 News. I am afraid that we have some breaking news happening right now. There is a zombie invasion going on at a carnival locally. We are not exactly sure where the zombies have come from, but unfortunately, we are seeing scenes of a Ferris wheel with only heads on it. It is a very disturbing thing. We've got reporters on the scene. They are going there now. We will bring that to you live as soon as we possibly can. But for now, keep in mind, if you must go to the carnival this evening, be aware there are zombies on site. So if you see flying body parts, if you see someone just saying the word brains, stay away from them at the moment because you know that they are not up to any kind of good. So we will continue to cover this story. We will go wall to wall with this if we have to. But for now, I'm going to turn it over to Jim, who's covering another piece of breaking news this evening.
Tragedy strikes this evening as the Netflix production of the live-action Hamtaro movie finds a horrible accident. The set crew, unable to find any lubricant for the camera dolly, decided to use Vicks Vapor Rub, which its intoxicating scent sent all of the hamsters, not just one, the cute little Hamtaro star, Squeezy McWhiskers, but the entire crew of the entire staff, all of them, they were filming the Happy Spappy parade scene, and all of them went absolutely insane trying to get to the Vicks Vapor Rub. They trampled the entire camera crew to death with adorableness. It was the cutest massacre anybody had ever seen. The hamsters are still on the loose. Back to you.
Okay, and let's have Jim pass it off to Chris Walker in the field. We're going remote live on location right now. Chris, at the zombie at the carnival.
Thank you, Jim. I'm Donald Quim, and I'm here with Wes, who's going to take us for less. He's the barker at this carnival. I really set myself up badly there. What do you say, Mr. Jarnival?
Well, I believe that the folks here are fine with the zombie apocalypse because there's so many issues in their life. Betty Lou Henderson, of course, having a divorce going on right now. She thinks no one knows about it, but it is true. And she is on the Ferris wheel at this moment. She's third for getting down. The zombies, The zombies are only really milling around the Ferris wheel. To them, it's like an automat. It stops, they eat. It stops, they eat. And Betty's getting closer and closer, and she's thinking to herself, do I wish to be divorced? Or perhaps have my brain devoured, and what is the difference? She doesn't know, but we know which one would be better for her. The divorce, because at the last possible second, she is going to push her soon-to-be ex-husband off of this Ferris wheel down to the zombies below. Yes, anyone can see that who has half a mind, and anyone who has half a mind is half delicious today.
I noticed on the Ferris wheel all these fun heads. Is this a sign of rampant undead?
There is rampant undead around, but what is rampant undead, other than those who used to be rampant alive? And the rampant alive don't know what they want, but the rampant undead do. They only want brains. They're easy to read. Brains here, brains there, brains everywhere. Everyone else, oh, well, look at Tommy over there. Tommy is worried about a VD. Yes, he doesn't know it is yet, but it will be happening soon when he goes to the doctor to have his brain looked at, because half of it was eaten, but he'll also find out syphilis is also involved. That's why they stopped eating half the brain in. You don't want a syphilis-laden brain if you're a zombie when there's better eats around.
It's very insidious if he might have chlamydia. Oh.
It would.
I'm getting a report right now. There's a question from our Sheriff Quamby. He wanted. Oh my God! Here comes a zombie.
All right, and
there was no rhyme there, but that's what happens when you're afraid.
And we'll T-ball it back to the studio as Chris is running from zombies. Sherry passing it off to Zach.
As we continue our live coverage of the zombie invasion that is happening at the carnival right now, let's go to our on-the-scene reporter, Zach, to find out what's happening. Zach, what can you tell us? What are you seeing at this point?
Hey, everybody. It's Zach Ward out here at Gravenhurst, Ontario for the annual squirrel races. It is a hot event this year. I got to tell you guys. We have an amazing track that's been set up by the creators of American Ninja. These squirrels, I got to tell you, they are in epic shape. I'm just accustomed to fat little suckers with bushy tails, but the muscles on these squirrels are somewhat intimidating. I've never seen pectoral development on a tiny rodent like this. It's somewhat, I don't want to make eye contact. They might kick my ass. Anyway, so the whole event is starting off, and They've gotten very serious with their team colors. Lots of mohawks going on. They've tattooed the brand names directly onto their fur in the back there. So what you're going to start off with is it's first coming from the big acorn tree. We call him Old Willie. He's been around since the barn burned down, but just keep on coming back. They come down there. It's a spiral race off. They go into the rotating wheel of death. It's strange that they put knives on these things and then the rodents volunteer, but them squirrels are crazy. So that's going to take off any minute now. And seriously, I put my money on red because, go team. Anyways, back to you, Sherry.
Thank you, Zach. I apologize. I thought you were on the scene of the zombie apocalypse, but unfortunately you are not there at the moment. You are at the squirrel races.
Yeah, the Squirrel American Ninja competition is an annual event.
An aside, how many squirrels have a spray tan?
Well, only the ones that have done the Nair first, because otherwise you wouldn't see it. They just look strangely orange. So there's a couple of them, but they're actually entered afterwards into the bodybuilding competition. They got all oiled up and greasy. It is quite a sight to behold. Sexy little bastards, I'll tell you.
Thank you, Zach. We appreciate your report.
And let's tee it off to Jim, who's going to pass it off to Paul for the weather.
Paul, tell us about the weather. Are there any danger of incoming hamsters?
Well, thank you, there. As far as the weather goes, it's fine. It's fine out here. It's okay with blood raining down from the sky, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem because it's a very warm blood. It's not a cold, chilly. So it's in a way, it's very comforting. Except I think that the zombies maybe have something to do with the blood coming down from the sky. So if you want, go outside. Just make sure to bring our umbrella, because if you don't, you're going to get covered in blood. So have a beautiful Memorial Day weekend out there. And remember, the weather be cold, whether the weather be hot, we'll be together. Whatever the weather, whether we like it or not.
And scene. Hilarious. Well done.
I gained down. Is everyone okay? Or was that just static? There we go.
The test of Zoom's automatic leveling system.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it just like beep.
Yeah.
All right, let's change things up a little bit here. Let's keep it in the late 80s, early 90s vein. So you're coming into studio now. The cameras are ready. And you're recording a VHS dating tape. We're talking.
I did this.
We're talking.
I did this.
Oh, did
in
you?
real life, when I was like.
Oh no!
Yeah, in real life, I was so lonely and sad at 18.
Oh,
I did a video editing dating thing. Never.
Then you need one of these, Zach.
Oh yeah,
yeah, folks.
I'm thinking TikTok.
Once upon a time, folks, dating actually happened through VHS tapes. You would get a tape, and there would be a whole bunch of people on it with redemption numbers. It was a wild time in the decade before the internet. So we're going to start it off here, and for each of our characters, we need to give them a little bit of a backstory. So let's start off with Zach, folks. We need a backstory for Zach. It could be an unusual career. He could be a hitman.
Someone says he has 3 legs.
There's so many ways to go with that. But.
Fell into a volcano. Used to date Bigfoot. That is a great one. All right, so Zach Ward used to date Bigfoot. Maybe a cryptid hunter backward. That works. So for Paul, we need something good for Paul. Paul is a piranha expert. That's a great one. Sherry is a doctor that's grossed out easily.
If I were a doctor, that would be
That's
true.
a great one. Jim is 12 bees in a trench coat. A little bit of a chicken boo there in disguise. Wes, let's see what we got for Wes. Over 200 years old is way too on brand. Llama Whisperer.
The fuck? I've had enough of this ageism shit going on today in the chat, man.
No, with the Sheo.
I will kick some young ass out there, let me tell you.
You are literally an elder god.
You sound like you need some fiber.
No, for Wes, yeah, Wes is Llama Whisperer. That's a great one. And then for Christopher Walker, no, Daedric Prince. That's the same thing. It's still on brand. Christopher Walker thinks he's immortal squirrel. We're noticing a immortal squirrel thing. All right.
Immortal.
Oh, immortal squirrel.
Or mortal.
Immortal squirrel.
Okay. An immoral squirrel.
It could be an immoral squirrel. That's
immortal
your choice.
Squirrel. All right, so we'll start off. Let's start off on the opposite side of things. So we'll start off with Zach Ward this time. And when you're ready, the VHS tape is in and it is rolling.
Hi, my name's Zach Ward, and my first time doing one of these VHS dating things. So, hi, I'm Zach. I said that. Okay. So, about me. So I've been a Boy Scout leader, and Order of the Arrow. Since my dad was a scout leader, and then I took over, and I that led into my first big relationship that just ended, I'm based out of Seattle, so a lot of time in the Washington Mountains with the Boy Scouts, and that's where I met the first love of my life. It didn't work out, obviously. So she is a Saskatch, is the actual pronunciation. People, sort of like Eskimos and Inuit, Sasquatch is the actual native tongue, and we have bastardized it to Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Her name is very gentle people. So she's very tall, hairy, but blonde, beautiful, big eyes, teeth, hands, feet, and genitalia, but a very gentle soul. Our relationship was tested my moral grounds and those of the law. And there was a certain point that when we were being chased, it just seemed like we came to a point that there was no longer any future for us as a couple, since we're not genetically compatible, and so could not have children. So here I am, retired Boy Scout pack leader who used to date Sasquatch, and looking for love, and obviously with a very open mind. So if you're interested in this guy, that's Zach Ward at the number below. I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Okay, Paul.
Hi there. This is not my first rodeo. This is not my first dating tape. And you will not be my first wife, or my second wife, or my third wife. I'm not bragging. I just want you to know that I know all about love. I love love. I make butter, but that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm here to talk to you about piranha. I am not interested in long walks in the park. I'm not interested in film. I'm not interested in cooking. I am interested in hundreds of tiny, tiny fish with thousands of sharp, sharp teeth. I don't have sex with the fish. I don't eat the fish. I don't pretend that the fish are my friend. I just admire the fish. And I am looking for someone or someones to sit around naked with me and admire some truly deadly sea life. And maybe butt stuff. But mainly fish. Numbers on the screen, baby. I look forward to hearing from you.
All right, Sherry.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sherry Elliker, and this is very awkward for me. I never thought that I would actually have to do this. After all, I'm a doctor, and I do meet a lot of people. But after my last relationship, sorry, I just felt like there had to be a better way. I mean, this guy took full advantage of me because I am a doctor. He had a condition. I'll just say it. He had a hangnail. I mean, yeah, like a hangnail, you know, the thing that comes out of your finger and it's hard and it's just gross and like it's that white thing that pokes you, and he had one, and he's at one point he said, you know, like let's just pull it out. I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna pull that thing out. Gross. I'm not gonna. This is disgusting. It was there, and it was probably like a 16th of an inch, and it was all like, you know, you could like maybe cut a piece of pizza with it. It was just gross. It was so disgusting, and I thought, I am never going on a blind date again, because you never know what sort of disgusting health condition these people might have. So I am here to explore my opportunities and to see if anybody out there would maybe like to I don't know, go out on a date. I really would prefer if you didn't have anything syphilitic. I would prefer it if you of course didn't have dandruff or anything that's a really serious condition like something like a scab. So anyway, it's good to meet all of you, and I wish you well.
Very good. Jim Ferranda.
We are E.O. Wilson, and we are definitely not more than one person. We are looking for someone to be our queen. We will treat you literally like a queen. We will find all the food for you want. And we actually have already built a lovely house for you to live in. And we just want to have a nice, large family with several thousand children. If you want to go on a date, there's a restaurant that we can eat at. Let me give you the directions. Hold on a second. That's how we give directions. It's the easiest way. I'm just gonna call you honey from now on.
Okay, Wes.
Hello. My name is Wes. I see you through this VHS tape, and I know you see me. I am known as a llama whisperer. The llamas, oh yes, they do my bidding. So, if you like llamas, or if you are a llama, and you are watching this now, I want you to know that I am at your disposal. I am all about the love, the quiet love, the whispery love, the velvet thunder of the evening love. If you are a llama, and you know you are a sexy llama with the puckery lips and the big spitty of the chew, I am for you. And if you're not a llama, this is not a deal breaker. I'm a very, very lonely man. Would you care to perhaps meet with me and a llama? Yes, me, you, your place with a llama. The whispering that we could do, the whispering that will happen after the whispering that we will do. Let us make scandal together. Let us shave a llama and make sweaters together. Let us do something together that will make the barnyard animals howl at night. Oh, llamas, where are you in my life? Whispering is better. Call me.
Christopher Walker.
100 million. That's the number of acorns I have seen grow into mighty oaks since the time of the great lizards. 100 million is the number of acorns I have secreted away for myself and my many lovers. Would you like to be one of these lovers? I like to jump onto bird feeders and spin and spin and spin. I like to run left and then run right and then run left and then run right and then stop and panic and run left and run right. If you're the woman for me, just know I have crossed oceans of nuts to find you. No smokers.
Fantastic. Oh, all right.
Jesus
Switching-
Christ.
If we haven't made people uncomfortable by now, it's just never going to happen.
Let's
I
lighten
almost
things
died.
up.
Wes, I almost fucking died when you were doing that. I had to walk off fucking camera. God damn
Somebody
it.
in chat said they had to leave the room.
That me. I had to leave the. I had to. The
I made-
velvet thunder of our love. Fuck that.
There's somebody in the chat room named 8-Bit Llama, and they're very uncomfortable right now.
I'm uncomfortable. We're all uncomfortable in the best way. Jesus.
All right, let's do something a little bit educational. So, classic American public television, always with the fundraisers, interrupting random bits of strange programming and documentaries. Everything from British imported television to obscure travel channel shows. So we'll break it up into each team. One will be a host, and another one will be a programmer from one of these shows. So think of really random, obscure public television shows that you don't normally see, chat, and drop me some options here. Let's get some prompts going. It could be a random British show about Bear Swarm public safety announcement. British teas only. A show about British teas.
Tease.
I think we can do. I think we can do better than that. Let's get them going here. Doctor Who. I have to give that one to Wes.
Unfortunately, I know far too much about that. There we go. Yes.
So we got Doctor Who with Chris Walker. So for Sherry and Jim, let's get Bagpipe Appreciation. Creature with Shells, a cookie jar documentary. Flamingos in the Arctic. All right, Flamingos in the Arctic. Ooh, that's a great one. Antiques Roadshow. We'll do that one for Zach and Paul.
Antiques Roadshow.
So Zach and Paul, Antiques Roadshow. Sherry and Jim will do Flamingos in the Arctic documentary. Wes and Chris with Doctor Who. And between the two of you, you can decide who's going to be the presenter from the programming. Could be the star of the programming, could be director, producer, however you wanted, and someone to interview. So you can decide that between yourselves.
So
You should be the Who expert.
Yeah, I'll be the Who expert.
I'll be the presenter.
Okay, so Wes is going to be Doctor Who, Chris presenting. Sherry and Jim.
Are we doing bagpipes or flamingos in the Arctic? I'm confused.
Which are between the two? Pick one.
Sherry?
Jim, why don't I interview you? Do you want to be the expert?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Whichever subject speaks to you.
Okay.
And Zach and Paul.
Paul, dealer's choice. What would you like to do, Chief?
I'm happy to be the person with the item if you want. Our Antiques Roadshow is the one where like people show up at this thing
with random
like,
yeah, and then
stuff.
somebody looks at it and breaks it down as to what it is, and so they found like a silver spoon up in their attic, and then it's worth like $10,000.
Okay.
Or sometimes the opposite is true, or they come in with what they think is and it's like worth $5.
It's garbage. Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you want to be the host and I'll be the expert and I'll be the person.
Okay, I'll be the host. All right.
And for the host, it's important to remember. So too, the key with public television is to keep reminding people to pay up and support public television.
It's a fundraiser. All right.
Yep, exactly. So public television, they always do these interview style interrupting programming, and also giving away for different donation amounts a variety of gift items related to the show. So in the instance of Jim with bagpipes, it could be a CD of him playing the bagpipes in Iceland, or some random object.
What NPR does endlessly 5 times a year.
Yep.
You can never hear any music.
Yes.
$150 for a tote bag.
Yes.
I get that we're supposed to be helping them, but make it worth our
Come
guys.
on, dude. I can get that for 8 cents at Trader Joe's. Yeah.
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 It's for a good cause. For a good cause. For a good cause.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, for Wes and Chris, let's kick it back to you guys. We'll start with you both this time. So Wes and Chris, public television, and go.
Hello, and welcome back to WAWA's Timey-Wimey-thon, where we show the entire Doctor Who series over the course of about 3 months. Now, I hope you'll keep our phones ringing here. We have operators on call, ready to take your donations. We are offering the Wawa mug for a $150 donation, and I'm pleased to be joined in the studio by the new showrunner of the new Doctor Who, Wesley Johnsonson.
Hello, wonderful to see you. Yes, I know people are hoping for Davies that he was going to be the one to take over, but he did it once before, you understand, and did it for a long period of time. And so after this most recent takeover with David Tennant, he needed a break. So I've now taken over, and so proudly to be here to talk to you today about Doctor Who. What can I answer for you? And know that we have many prizes for your listeners.
Well, first of all, we have this really annoying clicker. If anybody's interested, that's over $200 donation, and you get our wonderful WAWA clicker. Wes, tell us what we can expect about the new Doctor. Can you have any spoilers for us?
Well, I do. I understand that bringing back old Doctors is very, very exciting. So we're going to be bringing back one of the favorites, Tom Baker, who is now 572 years old, and he'll be wheeled on and off the set of Doctor Who. Doctor Who is no longer mobile, but he could regenerate at any time into someone who's a bit younger, say, like perhaps Judi Dench, who's only 142. Now, we do have many giveaways for people that you asked us to bring a couple of things. So,
yes, we've just had a $500 donation, so what do people get for a $500 donation, Wes?
What we have, we're going to start small. We'll start small with the new Doctor Who butt plug. This is a wonderful item for so many fans out there who basically have had Doctor Who up their ass for years. So you take this, you insert it, it's very timey-wimey and takes you to places you didn't know you were going to go.
And is this correct that for $1,000 that includes lubrication?
Oh, no. Never any lubrication. Why should we make it easy? This is the BBC. Now, we also have this wonderful travel mug that you could have your name put on here, like a doctor. This one says Dr. West. That one is for me. You could have one. There's your name on it. Or it comes with beverages already included, unless you really like beverages. And then we have a somewhat smaller version that looks like this, which holds about a gallon of fluids, which is good as for road trips because, as you're getting timey-wimey, you're in your TARDIS, you're traveling here and there and filling up with all the fluids inside of your TARDIS, you're going to need some place to put all those fluids back. And this will be a good receptacle for that, yes.
We don't recommend you use this one rectally.
Oh, no. No, I do know a few people who could, but no, I don't recommend it at all. Most of the people at the BBC have too small an opening there, and it's very tight. We are British traditionally.
All right.
Well, I think it's time to get back to the show, so I'll say, let's exterminate this programming, and we'll see you next week.
Ta-ta.
Very good. I'm dead. Sherry and Jim.
So, Jim, what did you decide, bagpipes or flamingos?
Well, on Crops Creatures, we're going to talk about how the migratory path of the flamingo through the Arctic, through Scotland, where they learn how to play bagpipes.
Thank you very much, Jim. Yes, that's right. We are talking to an expert now on something that we're never, ever, ever able to really nail down. And that's how flamingos exist in the Arctic. That's right. And if you really, really, really love this program, and if you love the idea of animal survival and animals being able to withstand something like this, all you have to do is just pledge $15. You'll get this tissue. And the tissue has not been used. It's a clean tissue. It's a little bit wrinkled, but that's okay because you want that sort of weathered look when you blow your nose. So many, many people out there are wondering, Jim, what is it about the flamingo? What is it about them that can get into the Arctic with those long, skinny, kind of horrible, tacky legs and not die? How does that happen?
Well, let's sing a song about it. Oh, the flamingos, they migrate through the air, and sometimes they don't know where they're going. So they sometimes go to the Arctic and they get super sick because flamingos don't belong in the Arctic.
That's amazing. Now, are the flamingos in the Arctic, are they the tacky ones that are pink, or are they just regular ones? What's the general hue of a flamingo that's in the Arctic? Because they must be blue, right? Because they're so cold, and maybe they're frostbitten and their beaks fall off, or their feathers go away, or they're something just horrid that nobody, you tell me.
That is a great observation, Sherry, because we all know that flamingos, they're not naturally pink because they get their color from the keratin of shrimp, if I remember that correctly, because the cue cards aren't in front of me. But no, when they reach the Arctic, they're all dead. So you're right, they are blue.
Oh, it's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I hope that everybody out there, you will get the 6 DVD series about this, how they survive, what they eat, how they are disposed of when they're all dead. Just so much stuff to learn about flamingos in the Arctic. Thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you well. Stay warm, stay happy.
Boy, Sherry nails it as a traditional PBS broadcaster.
Yeah.
All right, Zach and Paul.
Prepare to be disappointed is what I'm thinking after all that great stuff. All right, so all right, here we go. All right, this is Malcolm McPherson from Edinburgh, the Elite Virgin Elite 11. Here we go, the Antique Roadshow, as well as we're doing our annual fundraiser for the Hibs, the Hibbies, the Cabbage, the local Hibernian Football Club. Go Hibbies, go the Cabbage! You don't like him, you're going to get straight up knuckled in the deck. So, who do we have as our first contestant today, bringing in a wee bit of treasure?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm Gator. That's not my real name. My real name's Gooch. But you can call me Gator or Gooch. And you sound like you got pretty mouth, but I didn't get none of that. So I'm just going to hold this here up. So I found this here in my brother. He's kind of into like the kinky type stuff. And I went to kind of get him because we were going to go way on down the Lowe's, get some expandable foam with spray on the hole. But I tell you, the dog. Anyway, so I come in there and I'm knocking on the door for the longest time. And all of a sudden I smell like blood and I open the door and then I just found chains and blood and nipples and this here boxy thing. And I'm gonna be honest, it smells like trouble.
Well, it looks like there you got yourself a wee bit of the occult, my friend. Now, just like a wee bit of the occult, we all need a wee bit of the coffee in the morning. Am I right? Am I right? Of course I'm right. Now, if you submit 40 pounds plus more, you get yourself a mug. Send it to your house, or I'll see you over on the pitch when we're watching the Cabbage local football club. So first off, put up the wee box again, if you would be so kind. Yeah, now this is a very typical version of the occult. I believe it's called a necromancer. Basically, it is a beeper from the beyond. You press the right buttons and you get to call any sort of satanic diamonds that you like. Now, I wouldn't keep messing around with it if I was you, unless you want your nipples to be inserted into said box. Now, if you do have the providence on this, any paperwork that it goes back to your brother or perhaps to the Antichrist?
Just the aforementioned room full of nipples. I don't even know if they're my brother's nipples. I ain't seen my brother's nipple in a long time, but.
So here's the thing. I would collect all the nipples you can. Now, if you're going to be putting it up for auction, I think you put it together as a package. And speaking of packages, like I said again, go Cabbage, because if you submit 150 pounds, you get the mug, but you get the hat. You get the mug and you get the hat.
That's Leith 11, your best local access channel. Back to your point, my friend. So, really, in today's market, what we've had with such going on with the politics, the Russians, Ukraine, and so forth, I think a lot of people are willing to make said deals with said devils. So you might be looking at getting a very high level of quid on that little number there. Looking at the inscription on the bottom, I'd say that you might be able to come away with about £5,000. £5,000. And to add to that, if you donated £5,000, you also got this. It's a carry-away thermos. You put your scotch in there when you go to see the Cabbage, the local Iberian football club. And basically, I'd say you're going to walk away with about £5,000 and missing your immortal soul. But you're not going to need it because you're a heathen from America. So God bless. Have a great day. And go Cabbage! Hides.
One in 40 words. But okay, Mr. British.
I'm sorry, Paul.
That's a totally believable scenario for Hellraiser 20.
Sorry, Paul.
That was amazing.
I would pay if Hellraiser opened up at the Antiques Roadshow. I'd pay to see that.
Oh yeah.
I think Rick and Morty did a version that it did.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Needful Things version. Yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely a sex club with Cenobites. Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to trade things up a little bit. We're going to take things colder.
Colder?
Yep, we're going to take things colder.
Those nipples are not going to do well.
No. This is a company retreat. So one of you is going to be the CEO. Chat, who do you want to be the CEO of the company? Pick a CEO. Okay, that's 2 votes for Wes. So Wes will be the CEO. So Wes will be the CEO, delivering both inspiration and a report on the business. We need what the company does. What the company does for business. Something obscure. Sells toilets? Sells ED medication? Oh no. Sells organs. Fills in holes. Sells the bottom half of forks. All right, so the bottom half of forks. And now Wes is going to be the CEO. For each one of our employees, we need a dark secret that they're bringing to this retreat. So we need a secret that Christopher Walker has. Chris Walker hates bugs. Sherry's mother was a fork. We're going deep meta. Jim licks used gum under tables. Okay. Zach lied on his resume. That's a good one. Yes. And Paul is Bigfoot. All right. So Paul is secretly Bigfoot. All right. So here we are, an alpine chalet just after Thanksgiving, a company retreat ending the year on a high note. Wes Johnson, take it away.
Well, hello, gang. Great to see all of you here. This has been a really, really great year at Go Fork Yourself. And I can't thank each and every one of you enough. A lot of people said, you're foolish. You're foolish to start a company where all you provide are the bottom halves of forks. Well, you see, that's where the genius lies. We can use the bottom half on a fork, on a spork, on a spoon, or on a knife. Why, the future is endless for the things we can do. And each and every one of you have been instrumental in forking over the general public again and again with our fine goods. So now that we are gathered here in this chalet, the snow outside is deep. We're not going anywhere. It's warm with the fire. We've had more than enough to drink.
I want to get to know each and every one of you more personally. It's really hard to be able to fork over your company when you don't know who they are. So let's start off, well, with you, Zach. You're one of the newest members of our company, and not many people know anything about you. What brought you to Go Fork Yourself?
Monster.com. It was monster.com was the link that I followed. And yeah, I was just excited about the concept of reusable forks and celery.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Christopher. Is there anything you wanted to say, sir?
No, I'm good. Please
All
continue.
right. Zach, go right ahead. I'm sorry that he interrupted your train of thought.
If he wants to take my spot, that's fine. I'm an open book, but if anybody wants to jump in ahead of me, by all means, they can.
Are you saying that the product spoke to you, Zach?
Yeah. Well, more. My resume was accepted, and in the modern job market, that was my 8,000th submission in the last 3 months. And I just thought, well, this seems like kismet, you know. Anybody who will hire me sounds like a good place to work. Really is my standard.
Yeah, and speaking of standards, let's go over to HR, the people who hired you. Sherry, I want to know more about you, but I also want to know more about why did you pick somebody who'd been turned down by 8,000 other companies?
It was sort of amazing when I saw his resume. I didn't know that he had the same fork lineage that I did. My mom, being from the Forkus Humongous tribe, instilled in me the necessity to make sure that I followed up that. You don't meet a lot of people clearly with my background. And when Zach's resume came through and he cited, all kinds of different things that he and his family had done as primitive forks, I was like, this is a perfect match. I mean, who would ever think that could happen? It was brilliant, not to mention the fact that he cured cancer, that he was, that
You're such a big word.
The Middle East thing was, how did you do it? Palestine, Israel, they don't like each other, and you got in there and got it fixed. It was really, it was a yes. He had.
I don't like to brag. You're making me turn red.
Okay. Great. Well, that's we're going to have to talk about some protocols here in the future. But thank you, Sherry.
Just pause Jim, for one moment. Spanker Prime, thank you very much for that $101 donation. Just have to shout that out. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome.
Spanker Prime, as you can see, Sherry, Spanker Prime is a great employee here at Go Fork Yourself, who would never say that to, because they put a bit of pride into their work. Now speaking of putting pride into their work, Jim, are you moving the furniture around here at the chalet?
Why the fuck is this place so clean? The tables are so clean. The furniture is so clean.
Yeah, it is very clean, Jim. Jim, tell me a little bit about your background.
I like stuff. I like gum. I like gum. Gum's good.
Gum?
Tastes good.
What do you do here at the company, Jim?
I clean the tables.
And you're concerned that they're too clean?
They're too clean.
Okay, Sherry, we have more to talk about with the hiring. We'll get back to that.
Let me say, Mr. Johnson, let's not be an ableist, okay? Clearly someone who finds great joy in cleanliness. He is someone who perhaps is maybe not what we would define as normal, but it is vitally important through our equity, through our diversity programs, that he is included and welcomed and feels safe.
Do you feel safe, Jim? Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to Paul. Paul, what brings you here today? You seem content.
Profit good, fire bad.
Okay. What is it you do with the company, Paul?
Profit good, fire bad.
Does anybody here speak Groot? Anybody? Okay, Sherry, you and I are definitely Monday morning when we get back going to have a discussion about your quality program. I need to speak to some. What? Yes.
As a second language is perfectly acceptable, Mr. Johnson. We need to embrace other languages, other ethnicities, and Groot is something that was underrepresented at our company. So we need to. Yes, please.
Do we have people calling to order forks and Groot?
Excuse me.
Baby,
yes.
My baby, baby good.
What the actual fuck?
Profit good.
You're safe here.
Fire
You
bad.
are safe. We do not judge. Thank you.
This is
my
baby. We do not judge. We do not judge. We do not judge. Christopher.
It's great to hear him say that our financials are in this great state and we're having this great feel good retreat moment. Yeah. I mean, congrats everyone. But why are we not addressing the rumors?
What rumors? What?
The rumors about the Time Warner merger.
We're not in any way connected with Time Warner.
We're in the pocket of Big Time.
No, we're in the pocket of Big Fork. We're not in the. There's no relation whatsoever with that. Where did you get that idea?
Where are these bugs from? This place needs to be more clean.
I love the
we're in the middle of a chalet in the winter, and the bugs have been in hibernation. Where's Paul? Sherry, I'm going to have to say one thing to you right here, right now. I'm looking at all the employees that are sitting around my table, and I have to say, a pretty good job on hiring Zach. I mean, I didn't realize when I first talked to him just what a good employee he was. But yeah, Zach, welcome.
Well, thank you very much.
Climbing Mount Everest 3 times in a row. You gotta love the guy. Incredible.
Yeah, he could be a senator. He could be a congressman from New York.
Oh, he was a senator. Oh, he was.
My father used to say, "It ain't bragging if you did it." You know what I mean? And but I've looked at the rest of the team here, and I am feeling confident. I'm feeling really confident that I might be up for the VP stuff.
Yeah, that's one of us feeling the confidence. Guys, enjoy the room, enjoy the bugs, enjoy the cleanliness. I'm going for a fucking drink.
All right, I'm dead. That was Paul just wandering the fucking background. That was amazing. Well done. Well,
talk about your retreats.
Oh. So we are running out of time. So we'll go back around here and do one last quick scenario here. All right, so let's take you back to Fallout. So let's set this in Fallout 4, in the world of Fallout 4. And for each of these characters, we need a background. So let's give a background to Wes. What kind of a character background would Wes have? Would Wes be an overseer, a vault dweller, a Minuteman? Parents got eaten by raiders. All right, Wes's parents got eaten by raiders. Christopher Walker is actually the vault itself. All right, that's a little meta. That's a meta. All right. Sherry tried to shank a Deathclaw and failed. Another good one. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We need a good one for. So Jim stole Dog Me from Sanctuary. Oh no. Zach. Let's make Zach a very gentle super mutant, since Paul just played a Bigfoot. And then Paul. Let's make Paul a synth. Paul a synth. All right, so the scenario, we need to have all 6 of these characters somewhere that they would be meeting in the Commonwealth. So give me a quick place. Could be the Institute, could be Good Neighbor. Ooh, you know what? Let's put them in the third rail. All right, so they're all seated around a table playing a game of cards at the third rail, Magnolia singing in the background. And when you're ready, someone can lead off and go.
Hit me. Oh, Jesus. No, I meant with the cards. What are you doing?
You're welcome.
Oh, God.
I was
Who
this
let
close.
this-
I
who
was
let the
this
Super Bowl
close.
deal?
I almost did it. Could have shanked him. I tried. So close. Just couldn't get it in there. It's wrong.
Delicious.
What were you putting in where?
Cat blood.
Shanking him, man. I'm just gonna shank him.
Place your bets.
Okay. I'm going to put down 5 caps. I don't even know why I'm here tonight. This is a bad night, bad anniversary.
Fresh cat.
That's a nice
What's it
Khajiit
like?
you got there, mister.
What
What
is
are
it
you
like
talking
being
about?
genitalia?
This is that dog everybody's been talking about. It's a big reward out for it. It's a dog.
Okay.
That look like a dog.
Yeah, it's been mutated like everything else. Can't you tell? Look how ferocious it is.
I know we all have genitalia, but I'd like to know what you all think having genitalia is like.
That's you know what? That's where I should have done it.
Still has his.
Right in the dick.
Oh.
Right in there.
Dick means
Right
penis.
ass.
I
Right
don't think
there.
I have genitalia.
I certainly do.
Except
Me
all
up
you,
for.
it's
Me up
impressive.
for.
except for all you dicks.
In
My
teenage
parents-
years, poor genitalia, exhausting. But I tell you, just all day, just intermingling my own genitals, and it's great, but you get nothing done.
My parents
Information
had
received.
genitals, and that was the first thing those raiders decided to eat.
Delicious, they're tender.
No!
Mountain oysters.
No, that was my mother. That was my mother. Devoured by raiders, not even mutants like you. No, it was just raiders who came into town and they thought they were for a good time. A little bit of a game, a little bit of a poker game, like this poker game here today. And so what happens? Oh, I don't know. Maybe one card comes up. There's one ace too many. And the next thing you know, somebody's biting my dad right in the junk. And they never stopped. They kept working their way right up until they devoured him whole.
Pardonnez-moi. What do you mean mutants like you? That's a very polite you people thing, and I just don't think it properly represents the genetic mutated groups in the local area. I think there's a lot of racism there is what's happening. Racism.
So 2 potential adjectives to describe genitalia might be soft and delicious.
What are you? Are you a raider? What are you?
I'm just here to talk about the genitals we all have.
Are you some kind of traveling genital salesman?
Oh, if only.
Don't tell
Shanked him
me.
in the genitalia. I could have sold him.
All
So I got a super mutant over here who thinks that my father and mother's genitals were delicious, and this guy over here wants to know more about them. You want to stab them in them. What about your dog, mister? What about your dog?
I don't think this is a dog.
Tell me about your dog's genitalia.
They're tiny, and Oh, no.
And delicious.
He just killed my roommate.
What?
Oh, no, he's just, there's blood all over the place. It's he's got these little tiny claws. It's, I don't think I'm leveled up enough to fight that thing.
I hope someone cleans that up.
I thought this would be a
I've
great
lost
way
the entire use of my left arm now. I mean, if I look at my Pip-Boy, my left arm is got low numbers on it now.
Soft and delicious and small and vulnerable.
Mister,
He said,
I don't understand you or where you're coming from. It's almost like you're some kind of weird robot who can talk about nothing but junk. I mean, that briefcase you got there, please tell me it's not full of mechanical dildos.
Of course not. My father was a mechanical dildo salesman. I'm just interested in the weather and talking and friendly and genitals. We could talk about any of those 4 subjects or genitals.
What does weather have to do with genitals?
Apparently, if the weather is hot, genitals get wet.
Where did you learn this?
Genital school, like all of us here, people today, which is normal and good.
Did any of you go to genital school? Any of you?
Went to dog school, but I didn't pass.
I haven't gone anywhere.
And what about you, mister? Mister, you're just sitting here silent. Are you a raider? I thought this would help me get over this anniversary of my parents being eaten from the genitals up by a bunch of raiders, and yet it's only made it worse. Guys, where's the compassion?
Paul is T-posing right now.
Now
Where's
who's
the
talking
heart?
about genitals? Boy, oh boy, are you obsessed with genitals? How crazy is that? But if we're talking about them, let's talk about them. Soft, delicious, wet when the weather is hot.
All right. We are definitely out of time. Jesus.
That was awesome, Paul.
People.
I am bleeding. We
Never
sacrifice
go-
for our
Yeah, I saw the
Never
cat
go
go
to the-
full goblin mode
Oh,
on you. I was like,
God. Never go
Oh,
to the
Phil.
third rail on genital night. I think that is the
Oh yeah.
my stomach is hurting.
It's named after a penis. That's canon, folks. Look it up.
Oh, that's yeah.
the third
Um,
rail.
Third rail.
We
Not the first rail or the second rail. Third rail.
That's so Hancock. Yeah, we are out of
Everything
time, so
sounds
we're
dirty
at
now.
$31,602 even. That
Awesome.
is
Wow.
amazing. Last year's goal, I upped it after we broke 30,000 today to 34,000, which was what we did last year. We still have through the 31st, so this Wednesday. So we're looking pretty good. We could smash last year's goal, which would be amazing. Definitely working on it here. The other exciting thing is we are just around the neighborhood of breaking 500,000 that we've raised since December of 2020 for all causes. The Alzheimer's Association, St. Jude, that's Fallout and Elder Scrolls gamers getting together with everyone from around the world. We are out of time tonight, but Wes and I will be back tomorrow night with what will be our final panel. Wes and I are both extremely tired and overdrawn. Our final panel will be Voiceapalooza Prime, which we're really excited to share with you tomorrow, same time, same channel, here tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to tune in for that. And if you can, make sure to check out all of the other streams. That we have 120 streamers around the world joining us.
Around the world.
Oh, Film Nikita coming in at the last minute for that $100 donation. Thank you so much, bringing us to 31,000. Thank you, Film
She's
Nikita.
my wife.
Oh,
For real, I'm not just saying that. Yeah.
big love.
Oh,
Awesome.
well, guys, thank you all for being here tonight, for doing this. Send out a well wishes to John and Ellen, who were going to be with us tonight, but something came up, something happened.
You'll see them
hope that
tomorrow
they are
night.
Well, we'll see them here tomorrow night. I can't thank you guys enough for being here and for doing this. We've talked in most of our
panels about what it means to help folks who are dealing with Alzheimer's and to help the people who are taking care of people with Alzheimer's, and the amount of money that you have helped raise over this month, and that we will continue raising through the 31st, is going to do such good. And I am in awe of the gamer community, the streamers, the voice actors, everyone who's given so freely of their time to come out here and do this. We've had laughs. It's been a lot of fun for funds. And there's been a lot of hard work that's gone into it. Ken has been tireless, although I know he's very tired right now. And again, thank you for being here, Zach Ward, Sherry Elliker, Christopher Walker.
Big round of applause.
Rhonda.
Let's get claps in chat.
All
of our improv tonight.
Absolutely.
And also, where can people find and follow you on socials or wherever, Zach?
Yeah, what do you got coming up?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram under Total Zach Ward, TOTALZACKWARD. Hit me up and say howdy. I'm working on doing a bunch more movies at my studio. We're producing and writing, and I've finished off Patsy Lee and the Keepers of the Five Kingdoms with James Hong and George Takei that I wrote and directed.
Yeah.
So now we're in the midst of selling that, and so that's what I'm got going on.
Sweet.
Sherry.
Let's see. I am on the air every single day. If you go to mynorthwest.com, if you go to Listen Live, click on the Listen Live button, and I'm on the John Curley and Sherry Elliker show. It's based out of Seattle. Also, my website is sherryelliker.com. That's SHARIELLIKER. And thank you for letting me be a part of this. It's a wonderful event, and it's such a joy to work with such talented people and to be a part of something that means so much to so many people.
Absolutely. Mr. Wes Johnson.
I just want to mention a couple things. I'm going to be at Des Moines Con coming up the 3rd and the 4th of June. Then I'm going to be at Awesome Con in DC from the 16th to the 18th. And if you're a big Elder Scrolls Online fan, I am reprising the character of Hermaeus Mora in the Necrom Shadow over Morrowind, which releases on June the 5th. And that's going to be on PC, and it's coming out on console on June the 20th. And I'm delighted to come back as that character and to be a part of ESO. And it's just been an absolute incredible joy to be working with those folks. So I hope you get a chance to check that out.
Paul Goyette.
Yeah, it's like the cheese Gruyere. I'm doing stuff. Well, I'm gonna drop this in chat right now. Hello, it's me. Let's talk about the weather or genitals. I'm on Twitch. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays usually. I'm not a good gamer. I'm a persistent gamer, but I've been a gamer for most of my life, and now I'm in games, which is weird. But yeah, let's see the upcoming thing, the Babylon 5 thing, some things I probably can't talk about yet because NDAs. But yeah, this is always crazy and so cool. And thank you again so much for having me, Wes.
Thank you for coming, pal.
Stop by.
We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna do things and stuff.
Jim.
You can find me on Twitter at Jim Ferranda. I was lucky enough to get my name before somebody else did. So yeah, that's I can only keep up with one social media site at a time. So it's if you're looking for me, if you want to message or say anything, that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be at Neo Anime Oasis the weekend of June 23rd in Idaho, and I'm going to be at another anime convention in the weekend of October 19th to the 23rd. And boy howdy, today I joined the cast of Hell's Paradise, the English dub. So if anybody's watching Hell's Paradise, look for me. I'm going to be a very large tree, a talking tree, and I don't want to spoil anything, but he's a really cool character. I'm very excited.
Trees are good work if you can get it.
Yeah. My performance is a little wooden, though, I think. But I wanted to branch out into something different.
Leave us alone. I should say leave us alone.
Stop barking at me.
Apples.
Christopher Walker.
I'm Voice of Walker on Twitter. We're making more Thespian series on YouTube and Tubi. And from the graphic audio dramas, doing the Fred the Vampire Accountant series and the Gideon Sable series. Those are on graphic audio.
Awesome.
Excellent.
And you're seeing me here, so this is where you can find me. That is all for tonight. I'm losing my voice from laughing. Thank you all very, very much, and we will see you tomorrow. Still more streams to come through the 31st, though Wes and I will be done again. We'll be going all the way through the 31st here to smash this goal. Oh.
There's one thing I should mention, Ken. For those who we had the autograph panel the other day with all the people that came on for the autograph panel.
Streamily.
If you go to streamily.com/voiceapalooza, there are a number of 8x10s that are up there right now. And you can go in there and choose one of those to be signed and personalized by any of the voice actors who are there. And those you have through the 31st to pick and choose. When you decide what you want, they're going to send the photos to us. We're going to personalize them and sign them and get them right back out to you. Every bit of the proceeds are going to be going to the Alzheimer's Association. So it's a way for you to give a gift to yourself or to somebody you love, and also give a gift to the people who really need help right now.
Yeah, and a lot of the voice actors who joined us for the Streamily never ever do autograph signings like this. So this was a hugely rare opportunity to get people that you normally couldn't get autographs from Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Metal Gear, Beyond. You got James
I would have
Shaw
wanted to get anybody else out there wants to put their names on and put the pictures up. We can still make that happen. We would have brought you in, Sherry, but you were working that night. We have to only get Sherry on weekends because she's a working girl in the evening. That didn't sound right.
I think we came full circle because it started out with that joke. Like a dovetail's good, a bookend. Very good. That is all for tonight. Again, thank you all very, very much for tuning in for what was a really the undertaking of the Old Time Radio Show was quite exhausting. Super glad that you all enjoyed it. Everyone really, really seemed to. Definitely
going to play again Monday.
Yes, encore production on Monday. So if you missed any of it, I will be uploading it to YouTube. I rendered it off in beautiful 4K, so you'll be able to see it on YouTube. I'll probably upload that tomorrow. You got to have a 24-hour hold here on Twitch. If not, then you'll see it on Monday, rebroadcast here at 5 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Until then, good night, everyone, and thank you.